Hey there, a quick warning for this podcast. This episode discusses themes of death, grief, and family conflict. While the conversation is rooted in love and positivity, some listeners may find the subject triggering or difficult. If you need help, call the National Mental Health Hotline, available 24/7 for grief, bereavement, and broader mental health support at 866-903-3787. Staff can also connect you with local grief counselors or services. Please take care of yourself and listen only if and when you feel ready.
There is an ocean of everything you want: success, power, and the most satisfying relationships. It's all available and waiting for you. This is The Zone of Action with your host, Jerold Action Jackson.
Today, the subject of this podcast is the dash. The dash. I will explain. There are subjects in life that cut across every culture, every tradition, and every family. Joy, love, hope, and celebration are among them. But so are sorrow and grief. Death is one of the experiences that all human beings eventually face. And while it is universal, each of us carries it differently. Today, I want to talk about something I've noticed over the years. It's not an easy conversation, but it's one that carries lessons that can actually make us more alive. The title of this podcast didn't come from me. I called up a friend, shared the subject, and he gave me the title. Sometimes that's how inspiration works. It comes from those we love. When a loved one passes away, there's usually a swirl of emotions, grief, love, memories, and sometimes, unfortunately, conflict. I have seen it too many times. A faction of the family suddenly wants to know if the loved one left property or money. Another faction believes that because they spent more time with that person, they should get the lion's share. Some relatives, if we're honest, show up only for the repast, for the free food, not the memories. And at the funeral itself, everyone goes out of their way to say positive things about the person who passed. They want to appear gracious, kind, and loving. Some are sincere. But for others, the words are more about appearances than true reflection. The truth is, grief has no simple timeline. You don't get over it in a day or even a year. Sometimes it takes a lifetime. When my mother passed away in 2013, it left a hole in me that has never fully closed. To this day, little things remind me of her. Not long ago, I was sitting in a restaurant with my wife. Outside by the lakeshore, I noticed a couple of people fishing. Just the sight of those fishing poles brought me back to my very first time fishing with my mom. She showed me how to bait my hook, gave me the pole, and I caught a little bluegill. I was just a boy, but now, as a grown man, I look back and realize how powerful that memory really is. That's the point I want to make today. We should be making memories not only for people to reflect on after we are gone, but to cherish while we are here. Memories are not meant to be just a memorial. They are meant to be a celebration of life itself. I'm quite aware that when I'm gone, there will probably be people who come out of the woodwork, long-lost relatives who suddenly appear, demanding something from my estate. That doesn't surprise me. I've seen it happen with others. Some people, sadly, seem to live for the moment someone else passes, hoping to get something left behind. Instead of chasing their own dreams or building their own future, they wait for someone else's. These are often the same people who spend enormous amounts of money on the lottery, clinging to the fantasy of getting rich quick. But the truth is, those who live chasing shortcuts usually discover late in life that they didn't get rich quick. They got broke quick. On every tombstone, there are two dates, the date of birth and the date of passing. Between those two dates lies a simple dash, That dash represents everything. It represents the life, the laughter, the love, the choices, and the moments that made up a person's existence. All the magic happens in the dash, not in the inheritance, not in the waiting for something to be left behind, not in the someday. The dash is where the living is. The dash is where our dreams should take flight. So, what do we do with that dash? We live it. We create memories now. We call a relative we haven't spoken to in years. We forgive the person we had a falling out with. We embrace the fact that life is short and grudges are heavy. Put them down. Instead of waiting to tell someone you love them when they're in a casket, say it today. Instead of bringing flowers to a grave, bring them to someone's home while they can still smell them. Instead of wondering what might have been, create what can be. When my mother passed in 2013, I thought I would eventually get over it. But what I learned is that you don't really get over it. You get through it. The pain softens. The memories grow sweeter. And the lessons become clearer. And those lessons are gifts. Sometimes when grief sneaks up on me, it's not to drag me down. It's to remind me of what really matters. Family, love, time, and presence. Every family has its disagreements. Every family has that one relative who feels entitled or the one who disappears until there's food or money involved. But we don't have to let that cycle define us. You have the power to be the peacemaker, to be the one who says, let's not fight over things. Let's remember to love. You have the power to create memories so strong that they outshine the disputes. You can lead by example, showing your children and grandchildren that life is not about waiting for something to be left behind. It's about building something that lasts while you're alive. Another lesson that loss teaches is this: take care of yourself. Life is short. And while you're here, you deserve to live it fully. Spend money on yourself, invest in your health, travel, eat the good meal, buy the book, see the show, dance to the music. You are not here to merely work and die. You are here to experience joy, to grow, to love, to give, and to receive. If you are thinking of someone right now, a friend you lost touch with, a relative you had a disagreement with, or a mentor you never thanked, reach out. Pick up the phone, write the letter, knock on the door. Life has a way of slipping by while we wait for the right time. The right time is now. Tomorrow is not promised, but today is here. And today is enough to make a difference. That's why I often talk about the zone of action. It's the place where life really happens. Action is how we show love. It's how we create memories. It's how we build a dash that is worth celebrating. Don't just dream about what you'll do someday. Do it today. Don't just think about forgiveness. Give it. Don't just plan to make memories. Make them. One of the most powerful ways to live fully is through gratitude. Every day, find something to be thankful for. Thank your parents for the sacrifices they made. Thank your spouse for their support. Thank your children for their joy. Thank your friends for walking beside you. Thank yourself for surviving, for trying, for believing. Gratitude shifts the focus away from what's missing and toward what's present. It reminds us that the dash is filled with blessings. If only we pay attention. Yes, death is sad. Losing a loved one hurts. And yes, sometimes the way families handle it adds to the pain. But we don't have to let that pain be the whole story. We can choose to make our dash meaningful. We can choose to love openly, to forgive quickly, to give generously, to live fully. We can choose to invest in ourselves, to create memories, to heal rifts, and to celebrate life while we still have it, because at the end of the day, it won't be about who got what or who showed up for the food. It will be about the love we shared, the lives we touched, and the memories we created. So, live your dash. Live it boldly, lovingly, and fully. Call the person, forgive the hurt, take care of yourself, and above all, remember, all the magic happens in the dash. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, JeroldDJAX. On Facebook, Jerold Action Jackson and Zone of Action. Check out the website, JeroldJackson.com. Happiness starts with you. Not with your relationship, not with your job, not with your money, but with you in the zone of action.
Just a reminder, if you need help with grief, bereavement, and broader mental, call the National Mental Health Hotline. Available 24/7 for support at 866-903-3787. Remember, you are lovable and capable.